Welcome to Faith Vocals. My name is Faith. Today we're playing a new game, My Time at Portia. Let me go ahead and dive in here. I'm going to have to create a character, so if you happen to be here at the start of the stream, I would be surprised about that. Absolutely add your input about my character's appearance in the chat, which I am popping out now. I am going to go ahead and get started from scratch. Right away though, so odds are this will probably just look like the closest approximation of me. Wanted to change up the gameplay. Let's see. Okay, so that's what we're doing. I thought you clicked that button and it changes the character. I've played the game once, but apparently I did not learn my lesson the first time, so let's see what I sound like.
I think I'll go talk with the research center first.
I think I'll go talk with the research center first.
I think I'll go talk with the research center first. They might think of something.
I think I'll go talk with the research center first. They might think of something.
Okay, so I'll go with that one. I'm not British and I'm not breathy, so we'll go with the middle voice there, and I'll get my name typed in. I've been playing Minecraft mostly. I did one stream where I played Raft. Was the stream I played. Let's see. Which hairstyle do I want? I think that one's probably the closest to mine. I don't want to cover up my face. Okay, that seems alright. I feel like when I've set this up before, the hair color in-game actually looks different than the hair color out of game, so let me try that. No. Okay, so I'll go with that. And then face type. Everyone has this like fish eye kind of look in the style, the art style, so it would be kind of funny to have that style with everyone else in the game. I think that's probably what I'll do. Is that my fish eye style? Yeah, I think that one was. There we go. And upper face. Oh, I forgot we can kind of adjust things here. So get that adjusted. And then my eye color is going to be brown. But that highlight has a lot to do with the eye color too, doesn't it? I guess the eyes just don't want to get as dark as I want them, so okay, I'll just leave it there. And I'm just going based off of memory and imagination and not trying to make this completely accurate, so please don't laugh if I get my approximation completely wrong. And I don't really do decorations on my face when I make characters, so I'm just going to be plain Jane here, plain Faith. So I think that's done. That's me, confirm. And then my birthday. I'll give myself a while to have a birthday. I think winter here, and I'll just pick the last day of winter. Then again, things might build up to that point. So how about I pick the middle of winter? Confirm. And then these loading screens tend to take some time for me, so I do apologize for that. I'm trying to see, because I believe my computer has the strength to handle a game like this, so I'm wondering if there's something in the software that makes it load up slower than I would expect. That actually went pretty fast. So did the other loading screen. Get some intro here.
We're coming up on Portia.
Whoa, that looks beautiful.
What are you gonna do there? Ruin diving?
Something like that.
We get someone like you once in a while. Always seeking that adventure. Good to be young. Well, good luck to you.
Thanks.
I think the writing is it's kind of cute stilted. Where what are you going to be doing? Ruin diving? Something like that. It's like, I have no idea.
Hi!
Didn't I come here for a reason?
Presley, how do you do?
Ah, good to see you again. Hope you had a pleasant journey from Barnarock, right? That's quite far.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm here to show you to your workshop, so if you would please follow me, it's pretty close.
I wonder what it's like. I didn't get to know my pa too well.
No one's been working there since your pa left Portia so many years ago. He was a good friend.
Yeah.
I think what the issue is the main character, obviously the game doesn't know you or how you would respond to things, so they don't give you a lot of depth in your response to the other characters.
And here we are, your workshop.
But the gameplay is fun.
This place sure has seen some wear and tear. What do you think?
Looks homely.
Now then, here's a letter from your father. He asked me to present it to you when you've seen this house.
Faith, when you read this letter, I will already be on the other side of the world. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that I'm not the father you wanted me to be. This was also sudden, so I didn't have much time to tell you or figure out how to take care of you. Then I thought about this workshop. It might not look like much now, but it will brace you from the wind and cover you from the rain. I have left my workshop handbook that details how I created things in my workshop. The rest is up to you. Do your best and live a wonderful life. You will always be my pride and joy, Pa.
Here's the workshop handbook of your pa's. Take your time. Come to the Portia Commerce Guild tomorrow. It's located around Peach Plaza. Can't miss it.
So I get a day to get used to things.
As I'd like to give you a builder license right away, you'll need to prove your worth through a couple of tests.
Got it tomorrow.
Anyway, I'll leave you be. Get some rest.
Bye, Presley. Thanks for your help.
Apparently not. It's already day 2.
Oh, my head hurts. I didn't sleep well at all from all the breeze coming through the cracks last night.
Okay, so day 2, gotta go to the Commerce Guild. They give me a little map. And here's my farm, and apparently you've got mail. From Portia Times. Hello, new subscriber. This is the Portia Times. We are sponsored by the city government and the local Commerce Guild branch to bring you the latest news in our city for free. We are a monthly publication, so papers will be sent out on the first day of each month. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to visit our office on Main Street. Okay, Portia Times. So that appears to be... Is that all of my mail? I don't see any other mail. I think this scrolly thing lets you see more mail. I'm seeing 0 of 2. That's why I'm confused here. But okay. So going to the Commerce Guild. Who's this?
Who are you? Are you a spy for the Duvos Empire? Huh? You're just the new builder? Suspicious. When I was little, I always tried to imagine that I was invisible. For a while, I actually believed it myself. Until my teacher told me to turn in my homework.
Well, that's interesting. I thought that line wasn't until later when you get to know him better, but got some backstory earlier with the Duvos Empire.
When I was little,
Okay,
I
this
always
is going to be
tried
the same
imagine-
thing. Then I think we're done here. Who's this?
You must be the competition. Whatever. The more the merrier. Bring it on. What is it? Time is money. I don't have all day.
Well, if we're working based on customer service, hopefully I'll be up for the task. 8 o'clock, and right now my clock says it is 8 o'clock. So let's go in.
Nice to see you. How are you settling in?
Okay. Well, I had a bad night, so I'll
Hang
say
in
not so
there.
good.
Let me introduce you to the Commerce Guild. We're the organization that orchestrates trade across the entire Free Cities region. This is the Portia branch. We're pretty busy throughout the year. Now then, let me give you your builder test. This is pretty easy. Make an axe and pickaxe and bring them to me. You need to have wood and stones to make these. You can gather them on your own or buy them from the Total Tools in Central Square.
After you have the raw materials, you need to craft the items on a work table. I saw your pa's old one in your yard, so check and see if that still works.
Okay, so he said an axe and a pickaxe. So hold on. I missed that speech bubble there.
Are you new here? I'm Russo.
See, this is one of those fish-eyed types that I was talking about. This one's probably the...
Bill took care of me when no one else did. I have a life debt to him, so it's my honor to be his butler.
This one's probably the strongest example of that. So Gale is someone to meet.
And you are? Oh, you must be the new builder the mayor told me about. I'm Minister Lee of the Church of Light. It's a pleasure to meet you.
So they have a church in town.
Have you ever heard of the story about the dancing robot? This happened several years ago in Ethia. A robot was found in the ruins and brought into town. The robot had only one leg, so it was balancing with its 4 arms. That's why it was called the dancing robot. Anyway, it later shot rays out of its eyes and hurt a lot of people. It's a sad story.
That went dark quick. All right. Oh, someone else snuck up here.
Hello. Stop by if you need any supplies.
Okay, so I think that's
Goodbye.
it for Mars. Let's get some stone and some wood, and I think there's some around here. Okay, so that should get us started. And there's my workshop. Oh, hold on. Nah. That stone can be wood later, but I think I need the pickaxe in order to get it. I don't know if I said that right. That stone can be resources later. I'm under the impression I said that stone can be wood later. That would not be true. So, we need a pickaxe, a simple axe, and a pickaxe. I can get a pickaxe. What do I need for the simple axe? More stone. So if I craft the pickaxe, then stone should not be a problem. Okay, so the simple axe, I need 1 more wood. And and 6 more stone. And then I was supposed to check this is the workbench, right? What's this thing? Assembly station. That'll be important later. Okay. So I'm going to look at that at another time, because right now I need resources for my axe. Oh, I just need the E to gather this one. E for Emily.
Hey there! I'm Emily, your next door neighbor. It's so nice to have new people move into our town. You should drop by my ranch sometime. I love Granny's farm. It's so full of life. I can spend a whole day tending the crops and playing with the animals.
Okay, nice girl next door. Farm gal over there someplace. That's where she comes from. Yeah, now I'm getting some use out of this pickaxe. And I've got all these tooltips about how to use my abilities, so I'm trying to get those cleared out also. Do I need more wood? Let me check. Inventory is I. All the way across the keyboard. I wonder if there's a way I can adjust that. So I've got 4 wood and I've got a mission. The simple axe. And I don't remember what that takes, so let me check at my workbench. And there's also my mission. So yeah, I need a little more wood. And I know I can get wood from this direction. There we go. Time to go deliver an axe. Oh. Need the workbench, which is outside. No, I don't want to use wood to fix the gap. Excuse me. Okay, now let's get this done. Craft. Confirm. And now I'm going back to the Commerce Guild to show them that I can build things. More people in the town. I agree, we need to be in harmony with nature. Oh, I missed what they said that he agreed with. Okay, so who's this guy?
Hi-yo!
Oh,
he must be the person the mayor was talking about. I'm kind of simple, but I hope we can be friends.
He looks like he's trying to be in harmony with nature.
Dr. Zhu likes to ask me a lot of questions like, how did you learn to speak? What do you eat? Or where did that bruise come from?
Okay. Gotta meet Dr. Zhu. Remember the past so that we might lead a better future.
Oh, hi there. Are you new here? I'm Nora. I'm a missionary at the Church of the Light. Nice to meet you.
Okay, so the church has missionaries.
When I arrived in Portia, I learned to slow down and enjoy the surrounding view.
They seem to have a, they're not, I mean, being a Christian, there's a certain way that I expect, like, Christian clergy to act. The Church of the Light wants everyone to live in harmony with nature, support us. So yeah, these seem like less of a typical Christian style clergy. They strike me as a little bit more hippie. Is that the right word for this? Being one with nature, and he has a kind of I don't know why it comes across this way. I think the facial hair goes a long way with this impression for me. So they're not a stereotypically Christian religion here, obviously. Interesting choice. Okay, let's deliver my products, my tools. Oh, it saw that aircraft model that thought I was looking at that. This aircraft model was made in the Walnut Groove. Okay.
Ah! Excellent quality! Nicely done. You can keep them. I just wanted to see what you can do. Now for the second test. You are to build a stone furnace. This one's a bit tougher.
Okay.
You'll need to use the assembly station in your yard to complete this task.
Now we can look at the assembly station.
If I remember correctly, your pa kept a very detailed account of the things he made. You might want to flip through his workshop handbook and see if you can find a diagram for the stone furnace. Once you have a diagram, just use it on the assembly station in your yard to start construction.
Okay, so we're going to the assembly station at home. Oh, who's this?
Yo there, you must be the new builder in town. I'm Arlo, the leader of the Civil Corps. I've only got one rule, no funny business. Then everyone can be happy. Easy enough, yeah?
No funny, all happy, got it.
When searching the hazardous ruins, keep your wits. Remember, safety first.
Okay. Got some hazardous ruins around here, ruin diving. They're seeming to nudge in that direction. And that is clearly where the game wants me to go. Arrow and sparklies and everything. Okay, welcome to my workshop handbook's first page. I'm going to write down all the knowledge that I'm going to gain as I tackle this workshop business. Since I'm probably the only one who's going to read this, hello to me, handsome guy, haha. So here we go. Lesson 1 is the most important. I just had the prez help me construct my assembly station. Now I'm going to write down the steps to using it properly. Is that like the president, or is that press like in Presley? Huh. Go up to the assembly station podium, which I think I've done. Open this handbook and select a diagram. Once the framework of the item appears, I can start placing the different parts. To install a part, I need to have the... Okay, so I think I've got the idea. I can cancel the assembly process anytime from the podium. When I finish the assembly, I can put the item into my inventory. Then it's payday! Yeah! So, stone furnace. Says I need 1 stone stool from a work table. 10 stone. I guess 10 stone becomes 1 stone stool. And then I need 10 wood. Any tree will give wood. And a pickaxe can be used. Okay. So this is what I want to build. With the relevant part equipped, aimed at the silhouette of the construction, then press the left mouse button to place it. The assembly station console can be used to view material requirements or cancel the construction. Parts can be installed or recovered by pressing the right mouse button. With all the parts in place, press the E key to pick up the item. Got it. So, need 10 wood and 1 stone stool, which should be 10 stone. I have 11 stone, so I can make the stone stool. We can make progress on that. There's the mission, and the stone stool is ready to craft. Confirm. So I have a stone stool, and there it goes. And then for this, I need 10 wood. Let's go ahead and deal with this bush in the corner here. So that got me 5. 3 more. So probably this and 1 more just to be safe. Ooh, level up. And I'm all set. I guess I need to be holding the wood, right? There we go. And then I can claim that and run it back to the Commerce Guild. Me strong woman. Because I am pretty sure that is hefty. And if there's molten stone in there, or molten ore, then I'm me brave woman too. Okay.
Great
Presley.
job. You pass.
I forgot his name was Presley. That's the press.
This is your builder license. Congratulations! Now you just need to take this license over to the mayor's office and get your workshop registered. After which, you can start taking regular commissions. Come back and talk with me after you register.
Good deal. Oh, who's this, Gale?
Welcome, welcome! You must be the new builder. I'm Gale, the mayor of this town. It is truly wonderful to see young people getting involved in the telesis of our society.
Telesis, interesting word.
I'm here to register my workshop.
Very well. What is the name of your workshop?
They don't give you a lot of space in here for the name of the workshop. Can I do faith vocals? Let's do that one. Confirm.
Nice name. There, your registration is complete.
Thank you.
Also, we're going to have a fireside town meeting once in a while. They'll be announced through the mail. Try to make them if you can. You don't want me being the only one there. I will cover town and world events at large, the usual, you know.
I wonder if he's concerned about being the only one there?
Hello? My son Gus is nothing like me. Well, except for his talent and good-looking face.
Okay.
Goodbye.
So I didn't have to go to the mayor's office. The mayor was waiting there for me. Now I've got this builder license to take back to the Commerce Guild. Well, no, that builder license was what I was supposed to show the mayor, right? Okay.
You're now a bona fide workshop owner. Your pa would have been so proud. Let me explain some of the processes for our trade. Here at the Portia office, we post workshop commissions every day on the board, over there.
Okay.
Based on the speed and quality of the results, we make a ranking of the workshops every week listed on the wall behind me.
I think he means that one. There are other workshops in Portia?
Oh yes, adding yours, there will be 5 workshops in our jurisdiction. Besides the ranking list, you also have a workshop rating, which is listed on your license. The higher your rating, the higher quality the commissions you can get. But don't worry, if you have your father's work ethic, you'll be #1 in no time. Once you're done with your orders, you can pick up the commission fee from Antoine if it's from the guild or the respective person who commissioned you. Builders make most of their money from doing commissions through the Commerce Guild. But some just build items and sell directly to the market. That's fairly lucrative as well.
Okay, these are colored, but there's no way to get more information on selling directly to the market.
Anyway, since this is your first commission, I've kept one just for you.
Playing favorites, are we?
Higgins! You already took one today!
There are never too many commissions! Good day!
That's Runt. He's the owner of the current's #1 workshop. Brilliant businessman, but I don't like the way he does things. Well, I'm sorry. That was our last one today.
Hey, Press! I've got a job for you.
Or not. What is it, Arlo?
You're going to look at me for the whole conversation, not at each other?
We're looking to build a bridge to Amber Island.
I guess so.
So the mayor finally put up the money? Well, young builder here is up for the challenge.
Yeah, he figured that place could be a real tourist attraction. What with the haunted cave and all.
Check your pa's workshop handbook to see if he has a bridge diagram in there. I remember he built a bunch. If it's there, use it at your assembly station. After you're done with the bridge pieces, you need to go to the designated spot and assemble the bridge.
Also, and this is important, for a project as big as a bridge, you'll probably need to dive into the abandoned ruins to gather materials. We have one such ruin in Portia. It's located at the bottom of the temple tower.
Oh, we don't have a church. We have a temple. Unless we have a church and a temple. So, commissions. Need 3 talismans. I'm not really on board with talismans, but it's Nora, so that's the missionary. Interesting. Got 5 days to do it. It nets me 158 gold. So let's reject it for now. It's still there. We need 5 copper bars. I don't know how to get copper yet at this stage of the game, but that would get me 173. I'll reject that for now. 12 wooden baskets. That might be more doable. And that gets me 237 goals. Gold goals. So let me accept that one. Get on that one. And I also ought to check in on that bridge that I'm supposed to build. So there's a gal here.
Hello, new builder. That is who you are, right? I'm May. I work at the newspaper. See you around.
Oh, the once-a-month newspaper I got today.
If you want to know the latest happenings in Portia, just check out the Portia Times.
Okie doke. Guess you can't run a newspaper without knowing marketing. It's a foggy day today. I'll check up on that bridge. Who needs a gate when you can jump the fence, right? Workshop handbook. Assembly index. There's a wooden bridge piece. Head, body. Check. So, got a head cut with a civil cutter. I don't think I've got a civil cutter. I've got a furnace. Okay. That's the body. Now, I don't see... It says a head and a body. I don't see the tail. So maybe I'm just making the head. But I don't have a civil cutter. Is the civil cutter in here? Yes. For the civil cutter, I need copper. I'm just checking. I need to process in the grinder. I don't think I've got a grinder. So, we've got a grinder. That's the next part. Process small parts in large quantities. Smelt with a furnace. Craft with a work table. I've got a work table. So it looks like the grinder is next, but I just want to check on those baskets because you've got to make sure that you don't hold up one project by starting on another. I can make the basket here, so that's good. I've got plant fiber and wood. Let me go ahead and get 3 of these crafted because that's the max I can do for now. And I'll tell this thing that I want to work on the grinder. Okay. And for that... Oh, okay. Old parts, which comes from the ruins. Copper comes from the ruins. And I need a grinding stone, which comes from over here. Grinding stone comes from stone. We could do that. So let me go ahead and collect some stone and wood. That's the task for today. So I've got 24, I've got 30 wood. I'll stop counting because the number's going to be rising, but I've got 3 out of 12 baskets, right? And each one takes 3 wood. So that means I should have 9 times 3. I should have enough for more baskets. Let me quickly grab this stone while I'm thinking about it too. What's this? Okay, looks like it gave me some worn gloves. I'm just going to get this stone over here. 'Cause I know it's hiding from me? What? Why can't I continue? Not enough stamina. Okay then, time for bed. I forgot about stamina. So we're going to get the baskets crafted. I've got enough for 10, but I only need 9. So I'll save myself some resources. I can make a grinding stone. Confirm that. Got 1. And then, sorry, gotta get into my inventory here. Move that grinding stone into place. I think I'll move that there too. Okay, place a grinding stone. I was supposed to come up with 2, wasn't I? I think I can. Okay, craft that one. Confirm. So now I've got 2. There we go. So the rest is copper and old parts, so I'm going to be going ruin diving tomorrow, I guess. It's already 1952. It's already late. Everyone's going to bed. Can I get any last business done at the Commerce Guild? Dodge roll. Got these, let me see if I... Oh, hello.
Hi there. I know who you are. I'm Antoine. We'll probably be seeing each other a lot.
Okay.
Dr. Shu is the ideal man. Good looking, gentle, and a good doctor. People get better immediately just by looking at him.
Well, good to know. Maybe I don't need to meet the guy after all. Okay, so from 8 to 20, which I am here right at the wrong time. But I think I might be able to handle my own commerce stuff, so hold on.
Hey there. Haven't seen you around. Where you from?
Barnarock, I think.
Yo, kid, looking good. Be careful in the ruins. Don't expect me to save your butt every time, okay?
I wasn't, but now that you suggest that, then maybe I should, huh? Apparently she's the person people expect that of. Let's see. Can I... I've got these gloves, I think. They're for... Oh, they're a weapon, I think. I'm trying to figure out where they belong. I think I just have them in hand when I'm ready to fight something, and then I do more damage. Okay, so what else do I... Let me go ahead and place my furnace. Which I think when I played the last time I put it in this corner, but there was a bush there and I think the plants grow back. So I'm going to experiment. I'm going to put it over here. That'll be ready for me tomorrow. And then... Oh, okay. I just realized the tooltips probably are not such a concern for you guys because my face is blocking them. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to use the... What did I do there? R. I put it away someplace, right? Stone furnace. There we go. I'm going to try not to focus so much on the tooltips because they're not inhibiting your experience. And then I've got some gaps to fix, right? Because they make my night miserable. 3 wood seems reasonable. Okay. And then 20 wood. I don't have 20 wood. Oh, what's this? Is this a gap? 10 wood? Do I have that? Yes? Okay. I'll have a marginally better night. I want to see what my other options are. Hold for settings. Okay, so that one is mine. Go to sleep. That's one day done.
This house is so worn. I need to fix it or I won't be getting a good night's sleep.
Okay. Good to know. Does that affect my stamina? It probably does, doesn't it? Oh, important message. From Antoine. Hey, builder. At the end of the week, we need qualified people to inspect these products. To coordinate with this, we will not post any regular commissions during the weekend, but feel free to turn them in, Antoine. Okay, I wonder what day of the week it is. From Town Hall. Hello, new builder. We would like to remind you that Portia currently has 2 authorized ruins for you to dive in. An abandoned ruin number 1 below the Church of the Light, and a hazardous ruin in the collapsed wasteland east of town. For your own safety, all other ruins are currently off limits. Thank you. Portia Town Hall. So I'll close this. And then from Polly. Hey, new builder. I have a manly commission for you to help you get settled in. You feeling it? I'm in need of 3 copper blades for some of my furniture. I expect nothing but macho quality, okay? Well, that's a little bit difficult since I set myself up to be a girl in the game, right? Also, if you don't have one already, you'll need a grinder to create these blades. Working on it. That's all I know about builder stuff. Okay. From Civil Corps, hi builder. I just want to inform you that the Civil Corps of Portia can take some commissions from you when it comes to gathering materials from hazardous ruins. You can post a commission on our commission board in the new Civil Corps building at the northern end of town. There are some guidelines on the board that you should read before posting a commission. That's all. Arlo. So I guess if I'm taking commissions at the commission guild, I'm having trouble remembering the different locations, but I guess that's a commission guild. If I take commissions at the commission guild and build things for people. Polly? Oh, okay. I can accept that. Is there a time limit on that? Because I need to get a grinder built. Mission start. Let me see if I can check on this. If I go to inventory, then mission, furniture maker, I don't see any deadlines there. This one says I've got 3 days, 19 hours, but that's already done, so I'm set. I just have to turn it in. And then this one doesn't have a deadline, so I'm fine. I got in trouble because there's a character who needs me to build a fishing pole for him later. And my first playthrough, I failed at that, so I started over. Thankfully, it was early game. Is that Polly? That's Polly. I'm not going to race him. And this is Higgins. He's got nothing interesting to say, right? Have I told you that you smell lately? Well, you do. Aw, thank you. I just put on the perfume. Gust?
You're the new builder. I'm Gust. I'd love to stop and chat, tea, cake and all, but I'm busy. So, good day.
Well, apparently you've had time to stop and chat about chat, tea, and cake and all. You don't seem that busy.
What is it?
Okay. You're not interested. And Higgins is waiting around because it's time to go in. Can I race him for the commissions? No, because I'm already holding one. But you see what... No, you don't see what he does. He's here bright and early to get his commission. Let's see. God. I can't pick up these because I'm holding the one that I have. But I was thinking that maybe the exclamation point at the top meant that there was something interesting. Maybe it just meant there's something new. Let's see if Antoine can help me with the commissions, because I forgot what he does there. Chat.
Dr. Xu, my idol. Every time I think of him, my heart flutters.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and address the topic that I was planning for the stream today. I am just checking. I forget what Presley said that Antoine does regarding commissions. I think I'm going to have to go and find Phyllis was the lady who gave me my commission this time, but I'm going to have to find her myself, I guess. I'll do that while I'm talking. But Antoine was one of the things, only one, that I wanted to bring up today. And I did not bring him up at the beginning of the stream when he first showed up because he's a very vibrant character. But a number of these characters are pretty vibrant. This gal's wearing a vibrant yellow dress.
You just inherited that workshop outside of town, right? Sorry. Where are my manners? I'm Sonia.
And she's got a unique way of talking.
I recommend a dish with fruit in it. It would go great with spring's atmosphere.
Got some little mannerisms that are unique. I'll just show that off again.
A dish with fruit in it. It would go great with...
So, she's a unique character. Lee's a unique character.
Technology will one day destroy our world again. That's what I've learned from the history of our corrupted world. You really must tell us if you find any corruptions in the ruins.
Which reminds me, I can't spend a lot of time wandering around. I do need to find the ruins, but first, let's find Phyllis. And I'm going to pull up the map, letter M, and see if I can identify her. Let's see. This one, Commerce Commission. So she's up by Dr. Shu's clinic. Okay. I know where that is. So Antoine is unique, but definitely there's a lot of unique folks around here. But when you talk to him after a couple conversations, I think it becomes apparent that he's got a specific flavor that the development team is going for. And I've mentioned on this channel, I have opinions about that kind of thing based on being a Christian, based on reading the Bible, which tells me that God created people. Well, for one thing, he creates humanity in his image. And for another, he knows the reasons why he creates us. He doesn't make mistakes about how he creates us. So let me go ahead and get this commission dealt with.
Oh, who might you be?
I might be the person sending you your commission. 12 wooden baskets for you. What is this? A stuffed bear. Was that one of my rewards?
Hello.
Let's chat.
Dr. Shu is a great doctor. I'm studying under him to learn everything I can. Then hopefully, open my own clinic one day.
Okay. I did not realize they do acupuncture here. I don't think I'll try that yet because I'm on a time limit, but that's interesting. I guess Dr. Shu, so maybe there's a reason that he would be teaching acupuncture at his clinic. And now I need to go and get some mining done over at the Temple Tower, the Church of Light. So as a Christian, I believe the Bible teaches that God has a specific design for relationships. And the reason I bring it up is Antoine, it becomes apparent from how he behaves, moves, and what he talks about that he does not fit the design that the Bible has for relationships. The Bible says that God created us male and female purposely. We're going to have a story moment here.
First time ruin diving?
Yep.
Alrighty, let me explain then. All the ruins in the Alliance of Free Cities are regulated by the Civil Corps. To enter the ruins, you'll need to pay a weekly maintenance fee, but we'll give you a 60% discount the first time.
Okay.
When you enter, I'll give you the jetpack and scanner. Very handy ancient relics. Mining for resources becomes a lot easier when you have these equipped. When you come out, we'll need them back, since they're very rare.
Well, nice that I get my own jetpack, but didn't someone say that relics are bad earlier? Or we shouldn't be relying on them anyway.
This one beside me is an abandoned ruin. No monsters or robots in there, just resources and relics like power stones. Anything you find in the ruins are yours to keep. Unless they're ancient weapons. Then we're supposed to hand them over to the church for destruction.
Oh, okay. Ancient weapons go to the church.
Okay, I'm done. Have fun and be safe in there.
Now, did Lee say that I should talk to Lee again, see if he says we should be turning over ruins. I mean, relics. So, got an elevator, got an abandoned ruins. Do I have 80 goals? I guess so. Okay, so I'm not expecting so many interruptions from this point on. Except for this tutorial. The pick or drill tool, okay. And then this is how you use the scanner with the F key. And then you can jump, press and hold the space bar to fly the jetpack. Okay. Easy enough. And then I've learned that the color of the ground is important. So like this is probably dirt. This is probably stone. There may be... I'm looking for copper, right? So I'm probably looking for something of reddish color. I don't really care about relics. I guess this might be more dirt. This one might be more copper. So I wonder how people who struggle with color blindness do in this game. So I'm going to be going down there. And then I've got that marked good. So on we go. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe this is the dirt. Okay. I'll be needing that stone anyway. So since God has made us with a particular design, has given us the, I guess, again, the language for me, I've mentioned this before when I brought this up on the previous stream, but the language for me gets confusing when I talk about these issues before. The sex that God has given us, he gave us for good reason, I believe, based on what the Bible teaches. And Antoine, he hasn't said anything explicit yet, but his behavior, his interest in Dr. Shu, who I know is a man, by the way. In fact, Phyllis, I think, was using male pronouns for him, so it's when you meet him, he's clearly a man. So it's clear that the development team for the game have set Antoine to be what would be called non-heteronormative today. It's a tough subject to talk about because it's so big. You need to use new words to cover all the different facets of it. Okay, and this looks like copper, so I'm just going to dig through here. I think I got it mixed up before. The copper was the more yellowy stuff on the surface earlier that I saw. Got a kind of stony texture here. So there's two different ways that I want to kind of look at Antoine in the game, because let's say I were to meet someone like him in the real world. A real human being who has the behaviors and appearance that he does, and just from being out and about, there's no telling for me what a person's actual beliefs are. I might make assumptions based on the appearance and the behaviors I'm identifying, but there's always a chance that I'm assuming wrong about a person like that. And so for me personally, I just don't like to make assumptions. I like to try to avoid them where possible, because I like to be right as often as possible. So if I were to see someone like Antoine in the real world, just on the surface, not really have much of a chance to talk to him beyond hi, how are you, something like that, just letting people on the street know that I'm not threatening or whatever, then I would have to assume that he's just a unique character. Okay, I've used up all my stamina, but I've got plenty of copper, and I've got some stone, so hopefully I can do something with this at home. I can use my map and get out of here. E to move to the ruin entrance, thank you. And I think if I were to see someone like that on the street, people tell us that it's considered politically correct not to assume a person's gender. And I think oh, who's this? This is the guy who needs me to build him a fishing pole, so I think I'm going to avoid him for now. We'll meet him later. We're told not to assume a person's gender, and I think there is enough confusion about the subject that it's implied not to assume a person's sex. When you've got people who are changing themselves physically because they don't like their biological sex, then I think that's that's what society is implying. So I need wood for fuel, and I don't have stamina. I've got 2 wood. Is that enough to refuel? For a bit? That'll get me, what, 2 hours? And for my copper bars, I'm gonna need more than that. 2 hours, 30 minutes. Tell you what, I'll get into another day. I had planned to have 2 days in the game, and I'm trying to make the stream shorter, but we've only just gotten to the topic that I wanted to address. So let me go ahead and get some sleep. We'll get into another day. The problem for me with not assuming a person's sex or gender when I meet them is that puts me in the position of assuming every single human being I meet is immoral. Because I believe God made us the sex we are for a reason, and I believe that according to the Bible, our I was going to say our gender preferences ought to line up with that, but I'm not going to be I'm not going to lean so heavy in that direction. I guess maybe the way I would want to express it is our gender or preferences should not be opposed to our biological sex, based on what I understand the Bible to say. So God made the first couple male and female. That is clearly a combination that he approves of. And then in scripture he says that a man must not lie with a man, and later on scripture condemns a woman lying with a woman in that way. So it's clear that those are opposed to God's design for relationships. So there are people, I think it's legitimate to be the kind of person who just doesn't like relationships in general, or doesn't like romance in general. Let's see, I wanted to smelt some copper. So I'll get this thing refueled. Confirm, and I need 10 copper bars apparently. Or I need 3 copper bars apparently. But then I'm going to need that thing for poly too, so the copper blades need what? Need a grinder. That's what I'm working on. Okay, that's fine. And then old parts. Did I get any old parts? I wasn't looking for relics, I think, as strongly as I should have, so I probably didn't get any. Yeah, I don't see any old parts, so I'm going back down to the ruins, but I'm also filling up on inventory, so I can make a wooden storage. Okay, confirm. I'm going to set that right here for now. And I don't need that. I don't need that. I can put that in my house. I think that gives me a bonus. Okay. Okay. And I can get rid of some of those. I think that's good. So I'll put up my certificate and then I'll go ruin diving again for actual old parts. And I don't think I have enough wood for there, but that might be beneficial. Then inventory and this thing. I think this, there we go. And I want to put that on the wall. There should be a way to do it, right? Okay. Inventory. When placed in your house, you will receive bonus attributes. So I am... Okay, helpers. I don't have any helpers. So I should be able to put this up someplace, right? No? There we go. Okay. It wants me to put it there. Fine. I think I'll go ahead and fix my floor really quick. I'll get some more wood and fix that floor so I have more stamina the next day. I keep pressing R because I'm used to the inventory being on E, so when I don't get a response on E, then I start searching around, and that throws one of my items into the back storage. But I should get enough here. Let's see, where exactly did I leave off? What does Emily want? Hello?
Hi!
The farmer.
Hey, neighbor. Do you have a minute? I've been meaning to talk to you.
Sure, what's up?
I just got a new craft recipe all the way from Highwind. It's a box that can be used to cultivate crops. People in Highwind have been using it for a while now, and supposedly it's great. Can you build it and test it out for me? If it works as advertised, I'll order a few more off of you. How about it?
Sounds good. I don't think this one has a deadline.
Here's the craft recipe. And here are a few seeds to plant. If you want more seeds, you can buy them from my granny's shop. Try growing them to maturity and show me the harvest. Also, I have a tip for you. Using fertilizer will help increase the harvest. I'll give you some of that as well.
Okay. And then what I was doing was fixing my house. Well, I was pointing out there may be people who just don't feel like romance, don't feel like relationships, and I think the Bible does leave...
Have been fixed. I'm finally going to have a good night's sleep.
Good for you. I think the Bible does leave room for people who just aren't interested. That's fine according to what I understand about the Bible. But where there seems to be a conflict is when someone, say, is a man and is interested in the male sex for relationships, or when someone is a woman, a biological woman, and is interested in the female sex for relationships. So that's the bell. It's telling me it's noon. The day is half over and I haven't... Oh, there's all these people here. Forsake technology for war. Oppose wars and pillaging our planet. And I missed whatever Lee was saying. Okay, live in harmony with nature. So the religious missionaries are getting crowds. That's interesting. But abandoning technology, huh? I've got some nice relics that are making my job easier here. I guess it's only in a war context, though, right? That's when we should abandon technology in this world, in this game setting. Let's see, where did I leave my hole? And then I'm going to do some scanning. There's something down there, but let me see if I can get any closer or find any other relics. There's one really close. A few more. Okay. So I think where people have an issue is when they want a relationship but they don't want it with the opposite sex. I think that is why people, and if you're one of the people that I'm talking about, I am clearly talking from a position of ignorance when it comes to your motivations, your experience of life. So that is part of what this channel is for. I would love to okay, this thing keeps picking the wrong relics. There we go. And I must have lost my pickaxe in my inventory again. There we go. So I would love to have a conversation with you, either in chat or in the comments, and learn more about your perspective, because my perspective, is this something I need a different pickaxe to dig through? I don't think I can get through there. Interesting. Okay. And what else can I scan? Not any of those, but that one might be okay. I think it's beyond the wall there. Okay, so I'm going to head back up. We can hunt that one. So I would love to hear from you what your experience is, even though I look at the Bible and it speaks very strongly about this on a moral level. I think that there's a lot of room. There's definitely room for us to have a conversation and communicate about this. When see, the Bible is divided into two sections. There's the Old Testament section and the New Testament section. In the Old Testament, God established a nation that was new at that time, Israel, and he gave that nation certain laws, and I believe he gave the nation those laws because it reflected his character. It reflected what he wanted his people and those who follow him to do and behave like. So I think it's good for us to pay attention to those laws. But also in the Old Testament, his people rebelled against him, went on to worship other gods, and God allowed them to be sent into exile. Their nation was essentially taken away from them. The people of Israel were sent into exile, and then God allowed them to have their country back later. But ever since then, they were kind of under the foot of the Gentile nations around them. They were always subservient to the nations that were over them. And there was even a period in Israel's history where there were so many kingdoms having wars with one another in the region that Israel is really interesting. I'm wanting the old part, so I'm not going to pursue that now, but that's interesting. Okay, and I'm out of stamina, so I can get out of here. There we go. So, there was a period where the nations just kept passing through this section. Israel is kind of right in between Europe and Africa and Asia. So really, the location is perfect for that kind of passage. And unfortunately, as the kings went to war, they would go to war through Israel and want to claim that section of Israel for their profit, so that they could be in power over this section of Israel. I've got some copper. Have I got any old parts, though? Let me put away my storage. I've got an old part, but I don't think that's as many as I need. So that can go in storage. That can go, I think. I can put that back, because I get that from the mine. So when I go mining again, I guess I can keep that also. That gives what I mine a place to go to, if I keep those piles. But I've got copper bars. So I think I can place the copper bars. Good. And I just need another old part. So one more day. Go to sleep, confirm. We're already on day 5. But they took away day 1, so we've only been playing for 4 days worth. And I'm just going to check on the mission that... Mysterious data disk, huh? They want me to go to the research center or to talk with someone at the church. I did talk with Lee, and he told me to give the data disk, well, relics to them, right? I don't think I was even aware I had this. Oh no, I've got the data disk. I need to talk with Lee. That's interesting. Furniture maker, still working on that. Bridge to Amber Island. The archaeologist, you found a piece of something when digging, take it to the research center. So I've got missions telling me to go to the research center. And finally, the farmer doesn't appear to have a deadline, which is what I was concerned about. So I'll head over this way. So in the Old Testament, God establishes a nation of Israel, and he lets us know through his laws in Israel what his character, what his will is. But Israel was not following him, so he allowed Israel to be exiled. And from that point on, Israel has always been subservient to other countries. Even when they got their country back, they've always been subservient to other powers. Oh, tourist? Now this guy wants relics. Interesting. And Mars?
Hi.
Hi. He's like a dog after a bone. Okay, temporary store. What's this? Oh, store as in shopping. So you can buy copper? Is that how that works? Or is it you sell copper? Well, you can sell here. Okay. So the Israel being in a prime location for trade and for war, there was a period where there were a lot of nations going through, and Israel didn't actually know who was in charge from time to time. If a nation came through and said, pay us, Israel had to pay them, because who knew but that they had been victorious in the most recent war and were actually the people in power now. So Israel has not been in a good position. The New Testament kind of carries that on. Israel was under Rome, and a lot of the the book of Acts talks about when the Christians... Oh, hold on, I was scanning already. There we go. When the Christians were trying to pull the faith together, trying to figure out what God's intentions were. The first Christians were Jewish people out of Israel. But then Acts shows how God was showing the church at the time that that he also intended to include non-Jewish people, the Gentiles. Got a galloping horse piece from that. And scanning. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, there we go. And let me bring the old pieces into my inventory so that I can see whether I'm collecting any more. Because when I get done, I can focus on building that part. The grinder, I think. So in the book of Acts, the church is learning that God actually intends for the Gentiles to be involved in this salvation that God's revealing through Christ, through Jesus Christ. I'm distracted by the little green arrow there while I'm trying to find other relics. Paul was a Jew, and not only a Jew, he was a Pharisee. So one of the most, the word for it is legalistic. When you're so focused on the law and being perfect that you don't really allow people the chance to be human. You assume people are sinning because they're breaking the rules that have been established, but you're not considering whether those rules are from God or from men. Because of course men are flawed. That was a core trait, unfortunately, with the Pharisee sect. Where did my entrance go? This is why they have a quick route to the entrance on the map, right? So if I get stuck at a dead end, then I am going to the map. Hold on. Gotta get out of scanner mode. Move to the ruin entrance. Confirm. And then I can start scanning again. So Paul was not only a Jew, he was also a Pharisee, very legalistic. He actually persecuted the Christians for a time until he actually saw Jesus. After Jesus had risen, after Jesus had ascended, he allowed Paul to see him. I got more old parts. That does it. I can get out now. So then Paul became a Christian, and God revealed to him that he was to go to the Gentiles and share the gospel with the Gentiles. So now there's this question in the New Testament: do the Gentiles need to follow all the laws that God gave the Jewish people? Because the Gentiles haven't been. Some of the laws of the Jewish people are kind of repugnant to the Gentiles. What's important and what's not important? What is going to be keeping people from Christ? If someone is opposed to some of the Jewish laws, then they may choose not to become a Christian, may choose not to accept the eternal life that Jesus offers, that Christianity offers. And there we go. I've got that done. So, how do these laws affect Gentile people? And that's dealt with in Acts 15. They finally settle on just a few things. They're not the entire 613 laws that God gave the Jewish people in the first 5 books of the Bible. The church basically settles on don't worship false idols. I'm not sure if that's... I mean, it's clear God doesn't want us to worship false idols. I don't know if it's there or implied, because it definitely what's there is don't eat strangled meat, don't eat meat with the blood in it. And that was practices that would happen in the worship of false idols. And another thing that they settled on was avoid sexual immorality. So when we're talking about physical relationships, then this falls into that. This is an important category for us to look at. But in the New Testament, it makes it very clear that God's law was specific to Israel because Israel had a purpose to demonstrate God's desires to a world that does not have God's laws. But then when Jesus dies on the cross, takes the sin for all of humanity, then we gain an understanding in the Old Testament that there is no way we can follow all of those laws. We are all doomed under the laws. The law dooms us. It doesn't save us. It just reveals to us how far away from God's will we actually are. So let me tell you what, I'm going to see what else I need to build. I'm not seeing anything yet. I'm going to check on my missions. I've got my grinder, so I can work on those copper blades. For a copper blade, I need 2 copper bars, so I need 6 copper bars. And I'll just refuel. Why is it not showing me that I need 6 copper bars, I wonder? Because I think it should. There we go. And that'll take 14 hours, or 14 minutes technically. In-game, each hour is about a minute. And the grinder takes these power stones, so let me get... Do I have those in inventory? I should. I do. Okay. Refuel. And maybe while I'm waiting I can do something with the data disks. I think today is going to be my last in-game day. But once I get the grinder up, then I can make the civil cutter, right? I need a grinder. I think that's fine. I can build that. Meanwhile, I'll see what I can do about the relic pieces. What's nearest to me here? There's the bridge to Amber Island. Mysterious data disk should talk to someone from the church. So now there's a different, I'm going to call it a different agenda in the New Testament. It's not to demonstrate so much the need for us to be perfect and how far we fall short of that. The Old Testament took care of that. The New Testament is to tell us how we can resolve that discrepancy. Well, we're not perfect. What do we do? Because our eternity is based on that perfection. Well, Jesus was perfect for us. Jesus died on the cross and took our sins, and if we accept that as our perfection, then we just rely on Jesus. So we're not under the law the same way that it was intended for the nation of Israel in the Old Testament. I'm just checking to see if there's anyone here. Oh, there's Lee. And their question mark means that I need to talk to Lee, so once he gets settled. And Nora. Okay, I thought she was gonna stop in the pew and pray a bit, but I'll chat with him.
Good day, Builder. Oh dear, a data disk.
Oh dear.
You know what this is?
Of course, this is what the ancients used to store information on their technologies back in the age of corruption. It is highly dangerous because there's a chance this little item here could contain the blueprint for Armageddon.
Like what kind of chance? 1 in 10? 1 in 100? 1 in a million?
It can't be that bad, right?
You're what, 18? 19? The Age of Darkness is probably just another fairy tale story to you, right? When I was young, my great-grandma shared her first-hand account of the time before Peach, the time when folks lived in ruins underground. She went days without food. Everybody fought each other over the most basic of things, and people were considered old if they managed to live to 30. And it was always, always dark. Imagine that, because that's what the end of the world looked like. That situation was created by the very same sort of dark technologies stored inside this little disk. Anyhow, I'm not trying to scare you, but it's the reality of your builder business. Dangerous technologies are spread all over the world, waiting to be stumbled upon and rediscovered. Places like the Research Center and cities like Vega 5 expedite the recovery. Calamity will strike again, mark my words. So, it's a priority of the Church to seek out and destroy all the data disks and other dangerous relics, with help from ruin divers such as yourself, of course.
So I can give this to you.
Yes, that's right. The Church will reward you handsomely for your efforts. We have in our possessions a vast amount of green technology learned through the ages. Wait a minute, I know that look. The Church isn't against the use of good technology that can bring telesis to our society. We're only against dangerous technology.
What kind of green technology?
Mostly special seeds, you'll see. We can share what we have with you as you bring us more discs. You do know how to plant crops, right? Oh dear. You should ask your neighbor Emily about how to farm. Okay, great. Here, I'll take the disc and give you some seeds to get you started. When you discover more discs, bring them to us and we'll give you more seeds. You'll be doing this world a great service.
Okay, we're getting into that other point I wanted to talk about. I think I'm going to have to save that for another stream if I'm going to keep this reasonably short.
Hi.
I'm just checking. Is there any other way to give him another data disk? Do I have to give him all three? I don't think so. I'm going to... Well, I'm going to chance it.
A present?
Okay, I gave him one. So I'm not getting more seeds that way. I was told I could give him the discs to get seeds. Or at least green technology, but what's this? Okay, so if I were to get this, I would need a small silicon chip, which I assume comes from ruins. That's clearly a data disk, so this is where you get the green technology he's talking about. What relics did you bring today? And then there's a chest. I'll just go ahead and open that. Interesting that they put that chest in a church. Hope nobody minds. So again, the Old Testament the Old Testament explains to us our need for something beyond ourselves. We can't work our way out of into salvation. We can't work our way out of danger. I think I may go ahead and visit the research center, even though apparently I'm not supposed to. Maybe it'll be closed by the time I get there. The New Testament explains to us how we deal with the fact that we can't be perfect enough to save ourselves, and that is by recognizing Jesus Christ, God's Son, made the payment for us, and he could because he is perfect. I'm just going to ignore the folks right now because I'm trying to wind things down. And that's where... Okay, those folks are who I need to talk to, clearly. Hi, Petra.
What do we have here? Oh, a data disk.
You know what it is?
You want to know? This is actually related to how you can discover new diagrams for your workshop handbook. We rely on relic components from the past to build a lot of our current constructs. Many relics in this world are beyond our current understanding and you won't be able to build them. Not even in 100 years. That's where this data disk comes in. These data disks are located all around the world. They hold lots of useful information on the old relics. If you find any, give them to us and we'll help you research into these relics. The research effort will produce the diagrams that you need to build them. We're not miracle workers, so don't expect us to come up with things from scratch, but we do know a thing or two about how the components should fit together. Anyway, just remember that if you find any data disks, bring them to me, okay?
Interesting.
What did you bring me this time?
Uh-oh. It's working on another quest for me, I guess.
This must be a piece of a relic. You can use our recovery machine in the research center to restore it to its original shape. It'll take data disks, but it should be pretty fast. Have fun.
Have fun, huh? Okay. I'm heading home. It's getting dark, and this will be the end of the day, and then I'll move to full cam so that I can wrap up the topic I'm on. I make that distinction between the Old Testament and the New Testament because we are in an age after the New Testament. The New Testament applies to us. The Old Testament, I believe, gives us guidance on God's character, what he cares about. He never changes, so he still cares about all of those things. So if he cares strongly about the design he made for us, male and female, and that's explained in the Old Testament, then I think we should still be paying attention to that today. But in the nation of Israel, people who violated that design, it was a capital punishment in the nation of Israel. And I want to specify that. I'm going to play some music here. I've got it set up so that should hopefully make the music quieter, but then I am going to wake up so I can pull up the menu and pull out of the game. So back to menu. Confirm. And then I'm going to pull up the full screen here. Okay, there we go. So in the nation of Israel, in the Old Testament, the game's still running. Let me get the sounds off here. That load screen finally loaded in. There we go, all set. In the nation of Israel, in the Old Testament, very narrow place and time, God set up these laws to demonstrate God's character to the rest of the world, which did not have those laws. So now we're in a time where the nation of Israel is, it's after the nations have had kind of taken over. God had allowed Israel to be brought back, except without all of the power that it originally did back in the Old Testament. After the Roman era, Israel was exiled again in AD 70. The Romans drove the people of Israel out of their nation. Israel was able to restore that nation in 1948. So that's where we have the nation of Israel now. Still the people of God, still the nation of God. But it's in a different context, I believe, where God has revealed our need for salvation through Christ. So we're now outside of Israel in a different context. And so personally, I think there is a belief from the world looking in on us Christians. And I think even some Christians who I would say are misguided, that we should have a mortal hate for people who violate God's laws, like in the subject of gender. We're very important, and I think especially important in our society, because our society is completely inverted from the Bible on the subject of sex and gender. The Bible says it should be one man, one woman. That should be the pattern for physical relationships. And sex should be in the context of marriage. That is the only place that God provides for physical relationships that lead to reproduction. And the world says, no, actually it's immoral for someone like me to have the view that I have that the Bible is telling the truth. So I'm stuck in the middle, where there's a society that, as a Christian, we're supposed to love all people. All people are made in the image of God, and I want to be a positive part of the society around me, and I want people to think well of me, obviously. I want to represent my God well. Part of representing God well is being honest about him when he says something that our society says is immoral. That gets into questions about how do you know what morality is? Is it what God says, or is it what man says? So I want to make the point, and I've rambled, I've come a long way to make the point, that if you are someone who disagrees with me and with what the Bible says about sex and gender, you are welcome on this channel. I would love to have a conversation with you through chat or through the comments. I would love to get to know you better and get to understand your experience of things. Obviously, I think what I have to say probably stirs up a lot of emotions for people who are in the kind of relationships that someone like me would not approve of. I think that the reason that it's considered immoral for someone like me to agree with the Bible is because there's the idea that there has been oppression of people who hold points of view different than me on this area of relationships. People in the LGBTQ plus community are feeling oppressed, are feeling ostracized. I want to be aware, I want to learn, I want to be open to hearing from people who believe differently than me, because I don't believe this is the context where I should be out to get you. I believe this is the context where I should be learning to understand from you. So that's the whole point of this channel, is I'm a Christian and I am presenting my point of view because it's all I have to offer, so that you can see my point of view. And if you want to open a conversation, talk about where we're similar, where we're different, then I'm here for that conversation. We live in a world that is is highly polarized. Polarized is the word of the past few years lately. The past administration, I don't think it's going to become any less of a word during this presidential administration in the United States. Obviously, it relates to countries outside of the United States too. And what I'm hearing people say is, if we're going to counter the polarization, if we're going to counter the tendency to butt heads and to see other people as the enemy, what we need to do is to get people who maybe don't see eye to eye and get them to talk to one another just for the point of understanding each other. So not my point here. It's not my purpose here to change anyone's mind about how you believe. Obviously, when I say people think I'm immoral for holding my point of view, there's an implication in what I'm saying that I think other people are immoral for holding the opposite point of view too. So we've got this impasse. Not much we can do about it, but let's talk about it and let's see if we can get along with one another regardless of the impasse, and see if that impasse comes from someone who's experienced something I don't, where I come from a point of ignorance. And I would suggest maybe you might be someone who has some ignorance about my point of view because you have not lived my lifestyle. So we could have that conversation, and I think that's a point of similarity that I would have with anybody, is we each have gaps in our knowledge. So hopefully, my hope for this channel is that it gives you the opportunity to fill them. So in a video game like this, we've got a character named Antoine, and to look at him, just an interesting guy. A very interesting guy, has good taste in color, bad taste in clothes. But then again, to get to know him, there is a message that I believe the developers are presenting by choosing this character, by giving him the mannerisms he does, by having him interested in the people he professes to be interested in, to the level that he's interested in. It would be one thing if he said Dr. Shu is a great guy. That was his first comment. I didn't have any problem with that. But then when he's getting emotional about Dr. Shu, okay, that's interesting. That is something that as a Christian I need to process, and explaining my Christianity I need to discuss. And in that discussion, it takes me all this time to get to this point because I do believe there are a lot of misconceptions about Christians, about our motivations, about our emotions. We're often called haters. The Bible calls us to be lovers, not in a physical sense. That word gets used in a physical sense. But to be lovers of everyone around us, because everyone around us is another instance of the image of God. Every person we see should remind us of who our God is. And we should not be responding to that image with hatred. We should be responding to that image with love and a desire to bring that person closer to God, closer to the one that they are made in the image of, rather than further away. If that is not a position you share, if you're going, I don't want to get closer to God, well, that's fine. I think there's value in having a discussion and us being able to say, I don't have to take your position, but I would be interested in learning more about it. So that's what the channel's here for. So next week, probably going to get more into my time at Portia. I want to talk about Lee, about, I don't remember if they called him a pastor or if they gave him a specific title in the game, but I want to talk about Lee and address how the game paints him, because I think that's a agenda, bias, what do you want to call that, that is interesting to me as a Christian also. So I'm going to call it quits for today, and God bless you, and play kind.